I've got 1 month for my IELTS exam. Can you give me a complete roadmap? Meaning first week, what I should do, week 2, what I should do, week 3, what I should do, week 4, what I should do, and basically how many hours should I give for my preparation? Well, if you're wondering with such an informative content, then trust me, you are at the right place. Today's video is that video, gives you a complete roadmap for the next 1 month. If you want to make most out of this video, make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from Skills IELTS. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome power-packed video on the IELTS complete roadmap for the next 1 month. Before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. Click on the link, send us a message. I'll be there, we will be there to help you, guide in the right direction. And to also tell you, a lot of students on an everyday basis are getting that band 7, band 8. If anytime you need the one-to-one feedbacks, one-to-one mocks for your speaking or writing, you can join us. We will guide you in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. In this video, I'll break down a week-by-week plan to boost your IELTS score to an 8 band. This is a tried and tested strategy that has worked for many of my students, and believe me, it will work for you as well. Before we get into the actual routine, let's understand what skills are required with respect to your IELTS speaking, writing, reading, listening. Trust me, it's not simply speaking skill, writing skill, reading skill, listening skill. There are many angles to it, so let's list them one by one. So when we talk about speaking skills, absolutely when you speak, there should not be any fumbles, not much of fillers, and there should be continuous rhythmic speech. When it comes to listening, the first thing that you need is spelling skills. Listening skills, meaning you have to listen and understand what they speak. Fast reading skills, because listening MCQs is all about reading the question and option very fast. And then you need the skill where you read and listen simultaneously. This is definitely required when it is maps or listening MCQs, where you do two things at once. When it comes to reading, you need to know the strategies, understand the essence of the para, fast reading skills, reading comprehension, collocation knowledge, and many more. And when it comes to writing, writing skill needs to be enhanced, meaning using the linking words, structuring the paragraph, using some formal words and lot of stuff. Reading skill is also important when it comes to writing an essay or task 1, because you got to read the question and understand what is asked. Alright, so we just listed down the list of things that are required. But if you're wondering, just by practicing the writing essay, speaking part 1, part 2, part 3, reading all the modules or listening all the modules, do you really think you can enhance this skill? Do you really think you can improve your vocabulary? Do you really think you can improve your fast reading skills? Absolutely no. When you practice, one thing that happens, that's called mental satisfaction. So when you practice some other things, meaning when you have a routine, you actually elevate your skills. As a result, your score goes up. So before we get into the actual routine, what is required on an everyday basis, apart from IELTS, is more important than what you do for IELTS. The first thing is to have 1 hour of reading activity at any cost. You can read newspaper, magazine, any website like bbc.com or novel or whatever that lay on your hands. And then it's 30 minutes of listening to a podcast. You can get all the podcasts for free from iheart.com, or you can download all the podcasts for free from adeptenglish.com. After this, you got to do 5 to 6 spelling tests. You can download some spelling apps, or you can ask ChatGPT to give you some spelling test. 10 to 15 minutes of dual and back game. Remember, this game is very important to elevate your logical reasoning skills. In reading MCQs, listening MCQs, logically you need to identify which one is correct. For this, the expansion of your memory, the expansion of your, the brain cells really required. And this game that I'm talking about, dual and back, makes a huge difference when you play it. Not just that, this game also helps you identifying 2 skills at once. It's like you are listening and reading at the same time in many of the listening sections. Correct? And this game, dual and back, also tests listening and reading at the same time. So when you play this game 10-15 minutes a day, a lot of changes that you could bring towards your preparation, remember this. And not just that, 10-minute writing a diary is very important, and when you do it, you need to incorporate the complete writing skills, meaning using a formal word, writing with a proper structure, linking words, understanding the coherence, cohesion, and many stuff. Also, you need to practice speaking for 20 minutes. You can use the shadowing technique that I talked about in my previous video, or you can just speak in front of a mirror. Remember, these things that I just talked about helps you improve your overall English. For IELTS, that is what is required. So this irrespective of the week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, you got to do it. This will probably take some 1.5 hour to 2 hour on an everyday basis. You got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. This is elementary. This will enhance the skills, and once the skill is enhanced, automatically the scores will have to follow. So this, we'll keep it aside. You have to do this. But now let's start with what you should do on week 1, week 2, week 3 and week 4. So the week 1 is fixing the basics. If you properly observe every module of IELTS, they have their own strategies. For example, essay is evaluated with respect to your task response, coherence, cohesion, grammar and vocabulary. So you need to understand what these mean. What is task response? How to get a perfect coherent structure. So for this, you can check out my essay videos. I've made so many essay videos giving you right structure, template, task response usages, wrong ideas, right ideas, grammatical knowledge, vocabulary, the common myth of vocabulary and the truth about vocabulary. Each and everything is already in my channel. You can just spend some time to fix your basics. Not just that, when it comes to reading true, false, not given is really tricky. Simply practicing will not make any sense. You need to understand the basics. So you can check out my true, false, not given, many series of videos I've made. Even match heading, you don't have to read everything, just the first 2 lines and the last 2 lines. If that is not giving you the right heading, then only you should read the rest of it. Like this, there are so many strategies. Information matching, MCQs, everything has its own strategies. You can just check all this in my channel. Not just for reading, even for listening maps, listening MCQs. See, there are difficult sections. For all these things, you need to fix your basics. When it comes to speaking, what if I told you that speaking content is not at all there in the evaluation criteria? And if you're every day wondering about giving the right content, how the marks will come up? So all this, you spend time in my channel, fix the basics, understand the real things that you need to work on. Spend some time on the week 1, probably 4 or 5 days you can give time. And then you start with a week 2. But remember, throughout week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, you got to do those 2-hour routine with respect to English improvement that I just talked before this week 1 routine. Remember to do that, inculcate that. That is the one that is going to make a huge difference. So week 2 and week 3 is where you start practicing rigorously and get the evaluation. First thing is reading mocks 1 I would recommend you to do. It will hardly take 60 minutes, and 1 listening mock. This you can forward it and finish it off in 20-25 minutes. You have a lot of YouTube resources. You can just try from any channel, 1 reading mock, 1 listening mock a day. After this, you got to write 2 essays if you have time. If you don't have time, 1 essay is fine and 1 task 1. Every day you need to write them for different questions. If you join our course, we will give you 1-to-1 evaluation. If you don't want to invest on a course, you can get it evaluated from ChatGPT or any AI software. I'm not sure about the authenticity of it, but definitely you can train the ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT or any AI model to review your essays, to review your task 1. Based on these elements, it will definitely do the needful. Not just this speaking, you have to do 1 full mock. Hardly takes 10-15 minutes. You just practice 1 speaking full mock and get it reviewed if possible. You can use any AI model, ChatGPT in the phone. You can use the app in the phone. Click on the headset button and start speaking and ask ChatGPT to review it. All these are definitely possible. So week 2 and week 3 is where you rigorously indulge yourself in practicing. I again repeat, 1 reading mock, 1 listening mock, 1 essay if possible, 2 essay if you have time, or 1 task 1 and 1 complete speaking mock along with the evaluation. So here week 2 and week 3, when you do this, you understand where you stand, what needs to be improved, and lot many stuff. So week 4 is where you strive for the improvement on focusing the areas where you lack. Let's say in every reading mock you are getting 38 out of 40. Now you don't have to do reading mock in the 4th week. In every listening mock you are getting full marks. You don't have to do that. In essay, ChatGPT or any teacher you are with is giving you low scores, then focus more on the essay. So the week 4 is mainly on the focus area where you need more improvement. There you give more preference. Let's say your listening scores are not improving, not because you are not able to understand the correct answer. You know the correct answer, but spelling is the problem. Now give more preference to spelling. Hope you are getting it. If you are giving only 10 minutes to spelling, now increase it to half an hour. So week 2 and week 3, whatever you did, write them down, evaluate yourself, observe. Know the things where you exactly lack, and week 4 is the reserved week for you to fix all of this. You do this, the week 5 you give exam, see the magic that automatically unfolds. It's not just week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 IELTS related stuff. I also talked about 2 hour, 1 hour of reading activity, 30 minutes of listening activity, 5 to 6 spelling test, 10 to 15 minutes of playing dual and back, writing a diary, speaking in front of a mirror, or you can use a shadowing technique. This is elementary. You got to do it on an everyday basis. This, along with the week 1, 2, 3, 4 plan that I gave you, will work magically in the exam. Trust me on this. Fine guys, with this I'll park the video. I really hope you made an informative video. If you like the content, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this I'll park the video here. Soon I'll be back. This is Nakul, Nakul, signing off from Skills IELTS. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thanks much.